Oh, hi. Welcome to another fun and food packed edition of Cooking with Z. And greetings, Nairoshi. You're just in time. I'm about to make some food, and then we're going to get back into some cyberpunk. I figured out where the last cyber psycho is. We're going to get him. We're going to get him. And then see what happens. I know I didn't kill most of them, but I know I killed at least a couple of them. So I will see how that affects things. I don't know if you get a couple of grace kills in there, or if it's really strict about you have to keep them all alive in order to get the best ending to that quest line. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. But we're gonna swing by. A Ripper Dock and get my Karoshi Optics upgraded with the non-lethal plugin. And then we're gonna track him down. Gonna finish off some quest lines tonight. There's a few other quest lines we haven't even started yet, so that's gonna be fun. So first, we gotta food up. Okay, and let's do this and cooking and food and drink. There we go. Let me put a marker on there. All right, let's get you guys into the kitchen, shall we? Are you ready? This is gonna be fun. We're gonna have food. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so tasty. Nope. Hold on. We gotta go here. You're supposed to non-lethal him, but I have no idea what that means. It just means that, well, you know, like when you knock them down, and sometimes they're still like writhing around. That means they're still alive. You've incapacitated them, but they're still alive. If they're motionless in a pool of blood with their guts hanging out, generally they didn't survive. So you know. All right, back to the janky mic. Let's turn this down a smidge. Okay, so we're gonna put you guys on the high. I'm gonna put you guys on the other tripod, and first thing we gotta do is chop up my loin. We have to chop up my loin. I got a loin. We gotta chop it up. I'm gonna put you guys on this tripod here. Right there. There we go. Just gently stick it in and give it a twist. I'm all out of gummies. I have booze, but I'm out of gummies. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get more because funds are super tight right now. So hopefully, if we can knock down that dono goal, I'll have enough for some bills and some gummies. So hopefully we can get that going. It's all up to you guys. It's all up to you guys. I exist at your pleasure. So. Wow. Nairoshi, out of context comment. I understand death. Well then. Going a little dark today, are we? Wow, why are we staring at the ceiling? Look down. Look down a bit. Hold on. There. There. That's better. Okay. Hello. How's it going? So, first things first. Let's just grab our loin. So we got half loins, but they're also half price, so it all works out. It's good. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna hack off this side, and this will be a roast that we can use to. I'm probably gonna chop it up and use it to make a fried rice, and then the rest we'll cut up into chops and make chops. And for seasoning, just good old fashioned crispy pork shake and bake. It's good shit. Love it. And in terms of how we're going to cook it, we're going to put it in this little pan here in the toaster oven because we don't have a functioning oven right now. But that's fine. We should be able to fit about 4 chops in there, 3 or 4 chops. So we'll have a little bit left over for later. So yeah, should be good. Gotta wash all the pans here. Yes, actually, we'll probably get the rice going fairly early on. Oh, I need to bring the phone over. Hold on a second, I'll go grab that. Gotta see what you guys are saying. Super Saiyan. Maybe I will at least have a drink. I like to feel something during the day. I'll mix a drink in a sec here. Just hold your horses. Hold on. Till I get the phone. You know, goth as fuck. Let's go. I know you were. You're like a pastel goth. That's how I picture you. You're a goth that also happens to love pink. But as we know, pink is the new black, so that's okay. Alright, so then for our side dish, we're going to go for one of our old standards. Just the Uncle Ben's. Ben's, he's not an uncle anymore. I guess his nephew died. How sad. Ben's Original. Fast and Fancy. Vite and Bon. Which means fast and good in French. So we're going to have some fast and good rice. This is the broccoli and cheddar flavor. Nice and creamy. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Move some shit out of the way here. Itchy ear. So, yeah, good stuff. So let's see what we got here. We need pan. Oh, what is with this ear? What is tickling it so much? Stop it. Grab a Q-tip or something. But anyway, that's actually surprisingly accurate, but also purple. Well, because purple's awesome. I love purple. Purple. I like purple because it's purple. I'm gonna take a Q-tip to this ear. It's driving me mental. I'll be right back. There. That seems to be a little better. There's nothing in there. I don't know what. I don't know if it's just a hair that's tickling or what, but it's weird. Lady Penelope Crichton Ward. I have no idea who that is, but okay. I'll take your word for it. Lady Penelope Crichton Ward. Sounds like someone very posh or wannabe posh. It's pronounced bouquet. Yes, Mrs. Bucket. It's pronounced bouquet. Sure it is. So I guess we'll put some water in here. Need a couple cups worth. Yeah, Thunderbirds. Oh, okay. I have not seen Thunderbirds since the 90s. Is that the right thing? I think it's close enough. Let's just see. Yeah. Stop. Just stop moving. Try and see how far the water is. Okay, that should be fine. Put a little olive oil in there. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to get the rice going here, which it does take a little while. I'm expecting that the pork chops won't take as long in the toaster oven. So put that on medium. You guys want to see? You guys want to see the rice happening? Hold on. Come on over here. Take a look. Stay a while. There we go. So we got our rice in there. See? And I think you can see that. Yeah. Just get our Play-Doh packet. So this is all the yummy cheesy sauce. All you need is water. You don't need milk or anything. All the creaminess is already in the sauce mix. So quick and easy. And you can often get these at the dollar store. Actually, it's like a really cheap and affordable thing. I'm making pork chops and rice. You chucked all the oranges. Chopping up one of the loins. And that's that. I'm going to do them in the toaster oven. Just a few.
Am I allowed one or no?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not going to be ready for a bit. I still have to chop everything up and stuff, so.
No, I'm waiting.
I don't know, a few days.
What? Really?
Yes, I'm going to leave it slow cooking for about 4 days, so we'll be able to eat in 4 days. Alright, so now we'll bring you guys over here. Say hi to Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Hi.
I'm wearing like a sweater that your English teacher would wear.
You kind of are, yeah. It's like, hello, today we'll be talking about Shakespeare.
Hello.
Excellent. So we'll bring you guys a little closer.
My grade 4 teacher actually
So
wore like this exact hoodie in class.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
It didn't have a zipper though.
All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I took down all my LED lights and put them on the like rim of my desk.
What?
Because they kept falling off.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I mean, as long as they light up your room, that's the main thing.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Sorry, what's a Korean mindset, Nairoshi? Am I getting in touch with my inner Korean here? Well, good. I'm glad you approve. That makes me happy. Oh, to cook something for 4 days. Oh, I see. You're all about that slow cooker, eh? Is that the thing? All right. So, and we'll just bring out a few containers here for the various things. So we're gonna make, I don't know, probably 4, and then we'll take it from there. So I just gotta get this out of here first. Out of here. like to get those with a big strip of fat on one side, and then there we go. So, drain that a little bit. Excellent. Always rinse out plastic so it's not stinking up your garbage. I gotta do a garbage now. We got like 2 big bags going here. But at least it's all in the bags. It's not all over the fucking place, right? Get it out of here. Always use the sunlight for cutting the grease, you see? And I think we'll grab a fork just to kind of do this a little more accurately. Oh my god, no. Have you never been to any of my pork streams, Nairoshi? I'm all about the fat, especially with pork. Pork. I especially love fork. Yeah. So first things first. No, I actually look for ones that have more fat on them because I like the fat, and with pork especially, it's such a large part of what gives it its flavor and juiciness that I mean, to cut it off is just silly. It's like, what, you don't like flavor? You don't like tenderness? Why are you cutting off the fat? You know. So there we go. So there we got like a nice little roast. So I'm just going to put this away for now. We'll cut it up another time for making the rice. Use it for stir fries too. But yeah, see, I just make slices like that. I leave all the fat on. I'm all about the fat. Love the fat. It's so good. Yeah. You've landed in the cauldron tonight. A new personal record. Excellent. It's good to actually land in the cauldron. There we go. So yeah, I probably won't get a ton of chops out of this because it's only a half one, but we'll get a few. Yeah, it's good. Good thickness. Most American cooking, unfortunately, will tell you the truth. Wow, how fortunate I'm Canadian. We like the fat because we need the insulation to protect from the cold, right? So, also, it's just so delicious. One of my exes, Annetta, used to make crackle, which is a Danish thing where they actually use the fat and they fry it in some way. I'm not sure actually how you make it, but it makes this like really crispy, flavorful thing you kind of have on the side with the pork roast or whatever. It's really good. Yeah. So she used to make that whenever we'd make pork roast. It's kind of one of her specialties. There we go, and then we'll just have a couple of thick ones here, I think. Oh, actually, no, they all came out around the same size. That's perfect. Good. So we'll do 4, and then you'll just do these 4, and then we'll do another 4 another time. So we'll see how much we can fit in the pan. Meanwhile, box that up. And so yeah, so let's say you can get a roast and 8 chops out of each of these half loins. So that's pretty good. I'm just going to put those in there. Actually, we'll put them in like this. And they can fit a little better. And there we go. I managed to do it without getting it all over my hands, but that's not going to last long because we got to do the shake and bake. So, thanks, Automot. What was it? What? Hold on, I gotta check and see. pating. Oh, it's gross. Why is she pating me? God, you and your filthy mouth, Neroshi. God, just get it under control. Oh, it didn't show up in the Twitch chat over here. It only showed up on the other one. Well, you guys saw it, I think. So very cool. Yeah, sort of fried chili. I mean, I like all of those things. So yeah, sign me up. There we go. So we got a roast, and we got 4 more chops. We'll do the same with the other loin at some point. Maybe we'll do that today, just while we got everything out. Now, we need our shake and bake. Open. There we go. And we get our little baggie. There we go. And there's another one in there for later. So there's two in here. So 2 baggies, 2 seasoning packets. So we got some for later, for another time. And then when I make my own, I just use this, just like basic seasoned breadcrumbs. And then I add some of my own spices and salt and stuff to it. That's really good too. Alrighty. Just gonna give the rice a stir. There we go. That's gonna take a little while. Oh my God, Rose, stop fatiguing me. What's she doing? I'm trying to cook here. You're being very distracting. Alright, hold on. So I'll move you guys back just a smidge. There. Also, pork rinds are basically just that too. Oh yeah, they are like just like fried pork fat essentially. It's good stuff. I've never really eaten pork rinds much, but when I make pork, like I said, I'm all about leaving the fat on. I don't actually like sometimes they'll have the loins and they'll be trimmed, so it'll be like lean loins. I'm like, but then it doesn't taste as good and the meat dries out more. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. Can we fit all 4 in this pan? That is the question. Nice thing is now the meat is cut, and we can. Oh yeah, I think we can fit them all in here fairly easily. There we go. And Lisa one. See, normally when I do these in the oven, I have a bigger pan and I do 6. I'll do 6 at a time, but this is not as big of a pan, so we're going to do 4. They will be in very close proximity. They're going to be super friendly. See, the part I like is this part here, where it has like the chunk of fat with some meat in it. It's always like so crispy and flavorful. It's just, oh, it's so good. So good. There we go. Look at that. So that actually fits pretty well. That's going to work pretty well. So then we just grab kind of a handful of the stuff. I put a little bit more on top. I forgot who it was. Was it Seth Angel came in and was asking, it's like, do you ever bread them? It's like, dude, I do that like all the time. Where have you been? That's like one of my big go-to meals is breaded pork chops. I love them. It's like, oh, okay. It's like I've done so many cooking streams where I make this or a variation of it, and it's like, I just don't know how you missed that. Like, so we had a bit of a laugh about that. So I just kind of put some on, and then I sprinkle some on just to kind of get all the bits that didn't quite get covered. Yeah, and then it's nice and crispy on top. It helps to seal the juices in. It's just really yummy. And normally, if we're doing 6, you don't get quite as much to sprinkle on top, but that's okay. Lean is dry and bland. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. Especially with pork. Like, people don't realize how important it is with pork. Because pork meat on its own is almost neutral. Like, there's really not a lot of flavor to it to start off with. So you do you have the fat on there, and you get the nice juices from the fat, and that gets into the meat and gives it that flavor. And when pork fat fries, oh my god, when it gets nice and crispy, so good. All right, so just putting this over in the toaster oven here. Move these out of the way. There we go. Look at that, like magic. Put that aside. Okay, so we want this to stay on. We want it on 425 and bake. There we go. All right, toaster oven activated. I almost want to save some of this extra shake and bake. Maybe I will, actually. Just to get our money's worth out of it, you know? Oh, hold on a second. I can get... oh no, everything got moved. Hold on a second. Move you guys back a smidge. Whoa, sorry. There. Alright. Where is it here? Is this it? Yeah, here we go. We'll just use a little sandwich baggie. I'm not worried about it going bad and having the pork juices in it because I'm going to use it pretty much right away. So what we will do is get that, because shake and bake's freaking expensive, so I hate letting any of it go to waste. Normally when I make 6, I use all of it. But making 4, we're not using all of it, so we have some left over. So I think we're going to conserve that so that we'll have more. I'm going to put this in the fridge, though, because it has some, pork juices in it. Alright, so cut that. And then, I guess while we're waiting, we might as well cut up the other loin, eh? Let's just get that done. Chicken too. Most chicken is sold without the skin. Yeah, actually, that one, when I'm using chicken as an ingredient in something like to make rice or a stir fry, I always get the boneless, skinless, just because. And then, but if I'm gonna make like fried chicken or barbecue chicken in the oven or whatever, then I'll get the stuff with the skin on because you really want that. It's just so delicious. Delish. Alright, so we're going to chop this one up too. Same way we did the other one. It was about the same size as the other one, slightly different shape. There we go. A little rinse. I love these pork loins. They're just such a good value. Definitely cheaper than getting pork pre-cut, like pork chops pre-cut. That tends to be expensive. You definitely pay a premium for the convenience. And I mean, this is exactly the same shit you get in the supermarket. Pre-cut pork chops. The only difference is you're cutting them up yourself. You know, save some money, and you can have them as thick or as thin as you want. So I'm all about getting these pork loins. I've been doing this for a while, actually. It's just being on a budget, it's just a lot easier. Um, to do it that way and cheaper. So, and then I get pork chops exactly the way I like them. I don't sit well with my burned esophagus and acid reflux. Good lord, dude, that's awful. Had to have an endoscopy 2 years ago because I couldn't hold much food I ate, was throwing up. Oh my god, dude, that's awful. Sorry that you had to go through that. It sounds terrible. Okay. So, now, same thing. I guess we want to just kind of pick a point for our roast. This one looks like it's a little bit more pork chop shaped, so I'm almost inclined to do a smaller roast and get more pork chops out of it. Or maybe what we'll do is we'll actually cut up the pork chops first, and we'll just kind of go that way and then see what we got left after. So let's do it like that. Might just do all chops on this one. I don't know. We'll see. But, sometimes I do that. It just means there will be less for the thingy. But you know, get some donos in. I can buy a few more of these, and we can just stock up. You know, they're not that expensive, but they're not always on sale. So you know, got to get them while the getting's good. You know. It's rare for them to have these, especially lately. I haven't actually seen them. It's the first time I've seen them in the store for a long time. So, yeah. Let me just angle that down so you can see a little better. I didn't realize we were still on the other angle. Hold on, let's get you a little closer, and then you can see what's going on. There, how's that? Is that a little better? I can't see what you guys are seeing. I'm just kind of eyeballing it with where I'm pointing the camera. So, did it get better? Yeah, exactly. That's the big question, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, they say people don't put enough emphasis on gut health and don't realize, like, I mean, think about it. We are very much what we eat. Like, literally, we are what we eat. So, if your body isn't processing food properly, it can affect all aspects of your life. It can affect you physically. It can affect your mood because you're not getting, the right nutrients and energy and whatnot from your food. If you're not digesting it properly, that can definitely affect your mood. So a lot of people who have like depression and anxiety, surprise, surprise, also have issues with their guts. Either indigestion or lactose intolerance or what have you, any number of things. So, yeah, I think we're just going to go all chops on this. There we go. So when I do the rice, I'll just do a smaller batch of rice because we don't have as much meat. But we got lots of chops, so that's good. There we go. So we got 11 chops out of that. That's pretty impressive, laddie. Pretty impressive. All right. So let's put 4 in there. And actually, we can probably fit 1 more, I think. Look at that. Snug as a bug in a rug. see how much I can fit in the other one. One of them is small, so we can just kind of slot it in there. I know some people, for example, can't process fat because for whatever reason they had to have their gallbladder removed. You know, that's a big deal. I see that one quite commonly, actually. Yeah, so let's just slide this little one down the side there, just like that. Put this one here. We'll put it, actually we'll tuck it in the sort of small spot. There we go. Or actually, would this fit better in here? It might fit better in here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got 6 in there, we got 5 in here. We're good to go. You guys even see that? Ah, Jesus. Oh yeah, you can see them. Good. That is that. We got all our chops ready to go. Now, worst comes to worst, I may decide, sometimes I'll do this, I'll do a bunch of chops, but I want more meat for a rice batch. So I'll just take a few of the chops, like a small roast's worth, and chop them up, you know. Or strips for a stir fry or something, you know. It's good shit. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so now, what are we doing? Yeah, so we want to put all these in here. I mean, you could even just toss these in the freezer. I might do that. Not right now, though. Maybe later. So for dessert, we have another slice of cheesecake. I didn't show you my birthday cake. We actually have this lovely chocolate truffle double layer birthday cake. It's very good. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's very, very tasty, very rich. Rosie had a slice earlier and wasn't able to finish all of it because it was too rich. So I had the rest. And it was lovely. That was my breakfast, actually, was. Yeah. Alright, so it's looking like the rice is almost done, actually, and we just put our pork chops in. But I don't suspect that the pork chops are going to take as long in the toaster oven, because smaller space, condensed heat, all that, so. Dropping knives. Actually, it was a fork. It was a fork. But, yeah. Meanwhile, let's just wash our pan and everything here. Scalding hot water. Kill all the bacteria. Alright. This one. Hopping knives, a fork is a knife. I understand death. Wow. Get it under control there, Nairoshi. Getting a little excited. We know that you have a deep understanding of death. Our little Korean Gothic princess. She knows. She knows. Do not question her wisdom. For it is an ancient wisdom of the ages. There we go. Clean as a whistle. Ancient wisdom. Oops. Crash, boom, bang. I think that rice is probably done now. I'm going to take it off the heat. Am I calling you old? No. An old soul, perhaps. Yeah, that's done. There we go. So we got our rice. Take a look. So it's nice and creamy. So we let it set for a little bit off the heat, just to let it soak up the last bit of the sauce. And that makes for some good eating. Very tasty. So I guess we're giving Rose half of this because she hasn't eaten much today either. Well, I think she ate earlier, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff in the house, so we can both kind of be self-sufficient. Because I'm not always up when Rosie's up, so it means that there's a lot of stuff in the house that she can cook and prepare quite easily, and yeah, try to do that. Trying to teach the kid to be self-sufficient, because I know that, you know, it's only going to be a few years until she's very possibly striking out on her own. So, you know, she's 14 now, so I'm, you know, teaching her how to cook all different kinds of things, bit by bit, slowly but steadily, so that when she's out on her own, she'll be able to, you know, prepare more than just microwave meals, you know. So, I think that is good. Useful skills. Like, she knows how to make mac and cheese. She knows how to, you know, make chicken nuggets and tater tots for herself. She knows how to do eggs a variety of ways. Like, she can fry eggs, she can do them sunny side up, scramble them. She does really good omelets. She knows how to make grilled cheese a couple different ways. The simple way in the toaster oven, just by kind of toasting and melting the cheese, and then the better way with, you know, frying it up in a frying pan. What else? What else does she know how to make? I think those are sort of the main things. She knows how to reheat stuff. Like, if I make a big batch of meaty pasta, she knows how to reheat it on the stove. You know, so that's good. That's something I'd like to do again. Actually, is do a big batch of that, because that's good. It's good food, and it's hearty and sticks to the ribs. Very satisfying. Fills you up. So, it's so fucking cute. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Well, hey, I want my little girl to be prepared for the world, you know. I think she's taking some classes as well that teach her some stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Um, she's been doing her robotics class. One of the things they've been doing is experimenting with 3D printing. So Rose 3D printed a dragon egg for herself. Very cool. It looks very similar to the ones in Game of Thrones, but she chose a color. It's like this sort of glowing purple color that it like catches the light and kind of shines a little bit. It's really cool. But so she's making a dragon egg, and then there's a little base to display it on. So she had to make it in two halves and has to glue together the two halves. So yeah, but it looks really cool. I don't know if she showed it on. I think she showed it on stream yesterday. She brought it out and showed us, but yeah, so that's in her robotics class. The other thing in robotics class they'll be learning to do is to actually make robots and program them to move and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Definitely a lucrative field to get into. It's already smelling good. I love the smell and taste of shake and bake. Like the crispy pork stuff is just so tasty. I gotta see what the actual mix of spices is and see if I can recreate it. But yeah. Where does it say? Does it say? It's gotta say somewhere. Breadcrumbs. Oh yeah, that's great. Breadcrumbs, salt, canola oil, sugar, spices, dried onions, color. It, but what spices? That's the question. That's literally what I was looking for. What spices? I don't know. I'm sure we can find out online. Our drummer goes to a hackerspace that has a 3D printer and she prints drumsticks there because it's cheaper and not wood. Well, isn't that clever? Very nice. 3D printed drumsticks. Just print out as many as you want. That's pretty cool. A hackerspace. Wow. No wonder you love cyberpunk so much. You're like living in that world. I love it. I love it. So, I don't know how long this is going to take. Maybe we'll put a timer on for like 20 minutes. Should be more than long enough. It's already been in there like 5-10 minutes. The other thing about the toaster oven is it preheats a lot faster, I guess, because it's a smaller space to heat. So, it doesn't take as long to get going. Could eat some cake. I could. I'm a grown up. I'm allowed. Do whatever the fuck I want. I could sit down and just eat that whole cake for dinner if I wanted. Nobody would stop me. You know? Yeah. So annoyed that I didn't get that barbecue sauce. I don't know where the fuck I must have just left it at the till and didn't even realize. So annoying. Had this nice hickory smoked barbecue sauce. It was just like the Western Family supermarket brand, but I mean, would have been nice. Oh well. Steak was still damn good though. Sounds a bit cooler than it is, basically. Just an open space to tinker with things. They just call them hacker spaces. Well, don't say that. You gotta describe it as like the coolest place you've ever seen. Just neon and video games and people with like cool clothes and makeup and cyber augmentations. And, you know, I'm picturing like an underground club like in Hackers. You know, that's what it is. That's what it needs to be. And if it isn't, then it's up to you to make it that. Be our hacker queen, Nairoshi. Come on. Everybody gets complimentary subscriptions to 2600 magazine. Yep. Yeah. Well, let's see. We could have a slice of cake as an appetizer, then have our food, and then have the cheesecake for dessert. That plan has merit. I can get behind that. Or actually, you know what? The grown-up appetizer I think is better. The adult appetizer. What? It's made from vegetables. And actually, just put a little more in there because I'm drinking this essentially on an empty stomach. We don't have gummies. And I like to get fucked up in some way. In some way, somehow, on a daily basis. Because that's how I roll. This is my crutch. My God, that's a lot of booze in there. I didn't realize I put that much in there. We might need to water it down a bit with some more Coke after we drink a bit. Oh! Smooth! Okay. This is why I prefer the gummies. You can just down a couple gummies, wait an hour, and you're feeling silly. But with booze, it takes a little more work to get there. But it's fine. A little more. We'll just keep topping it up as we drink until it gets to a nice level. I just realized the angle. I didn't see it was darn near half the glass. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is more. This is more what I expected. And she says, "Yeah, I mean it's super hot, and we danced to techno and stuff while drumsticks are being printed. It's super hot. Excellent. Well, that sounds awesome. I just want to hang out there all the time and be nerdy and high and dance to techno." Okay, that's starting to taste a little better. So I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of glowing in here. What's I can feel the heat. Am I just not looking when it's glowing? I think I'm just not looking when it's glowing. You know the toaster oven, it'll like glow and then it'll go away. And then it'll glow and it'll go away. I keep waiting for the glow so I can look at. Okay, here it goes. Now it's starting to go. Waiting for the glow up. You know, glow up your pork chops. But yeah. I gotta sort through like the past week's worth of streams. There's at least 3 more cooking segments in there, and a whole bunch of episodes of Cyberpunk, and just gotta get it all organized. I'm just too late. I'm feeling too lazy and lethargic right now. I don't want to edit the streams. I just want to stream. I just want to play the games and hang out with you guys. You know, that's like, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'll do it eventually. It's not like anybody watches those archives anyway. It's really just mainly for me. If you're a Patreon sponsor, you have full access to those archives. You can watch everything, dating all the way back to like 2017, possibly earlier, actually. So like 5 years worth of streams archived there. Almost all of them. There was just a couple that got lost because they weren't saved correctly. But like 99.9% of them are there. So that happens. It happens. Things not working right someday. Oh, and then there was that one recently where Streamlabs changed my settings and it didn't save any sound. So, thanks. Thanks, Streamlabs. Very useful. It was weird. Like we could hear it in the stream, but the VOD had no sound. So no idea what happened there. So I talked to who was I talking to? On Twitter, I actually contacted Streamlabs, and they were super helpful, like super responsive, and like there was one of their reps just like worked with me on Twitter to figure out what the problem was for like must have been like half an hour. Just like respond tweets back and forth, just figuring it out, screenshots, clips, all kinds of things. And they were just really attentive and super helpful, and I really, really appreciated that. They were, yeah, great people. Big kudos to Streamlabs for being on the ball like that, you know. So many of these services nowadays, like it's good luck trying to get a hold of a human. You're just left to these automated systems to solve your problems, and they're never adequate. Yeah, try reporting someone on TikTok, for example. It's useless. It's all algorithm based, and it never like follows through on any of the reports. It's just, you know, I love TikTok as a platform. I think it's a lot of fun, and the algorithm as far as recommending stuff to you is really good. But their like safety and security system for like dealing with trolls and shit is absolute garbage. I've hosted, or I've not hosted, but I've been a moderator in a friend's live stream, because you can live stream on TikTok as well, right? And there is like no tools for mods. Like you look at Twitch, you look at all the tools mods have here. It's crazy. Like you have so much power here and so many things you can do. Um, in terms of looking into the back history of a user and seeing what kind of comments they've left if they've ever been banned before, marking them suspicious, and so other mods will keep an eye on them, and then just all the banning and timeout options. There's like a multitude of options there. Reporting, there's a multitude of options there. Yeah, you have on TikTok, someone's being a dick in your live stream, you know what you can do to them? You can mute him for 5 minutes. That's literally it. There's not even a ban option. You can't ban anybody. You can't block anybody. You can only mute them for 5 minutes. Really? Like, how fucking useless is that? Was it? I caught the end of that, but I think I heard the gist of it. What? What? Okay. I didn't know you'd left. You ran away. You ran away. Why? After all we've been through. 5-minute mute. That'll teach them. Yeah, because they're totally not just gonna sit there for 5 minutes and then start stirring up their shit again. Like 5 minutes is nothing. It's pathetic. Like, considering how robust and slick everything else is on TikTok, I can't believe that there's so few options for people to protect themselves and to protect the streamers that they're modding for. Oh, you had to pee. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I have no idea what part you heard and what part you missed, so hopefully you've got the gist of it. Because everything I was saying totally was not directed specifically to you and you alone, Neiroshi. Nope, not at all. Actually, it wasn't, but Well, you gotta let me know when you have to pee. I always tell you when I go pee. Like, come on. A little mutual back scratching here. See, if I know you've gone to pee and there's something I want to tell you, I'll make sure I wait until you get back. So consider it like that. So. Oh my god. What? What did I do now? What did I do? I'm just being nice. Trying to be nice. Am I not being nice? Am I being mean? If I am, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice. Wow, this booze is already hitting me. Holy shit. I just realized. All I've had is half a slice of cake today, so yeah, we're gonna have a little more of that. That's fun. The way I define, like in my experience over the past few months, I've learned a lot about the effects that different chemicals have on my body and mood. Booze. Okay, well, hold on. First off, gummies. Gummies are like the happy juice. Gummies, even if I'm feeling depressed, I cannot cry when I'm high. I just can't. Because the feeling is one of elation and joy, and everything's hilarious, right? So, if I'm sad, I just cannot be sad when I'm high. Well, that's not entirely true. I might feel a little sad, but it's not like overwhelming. It's manageable. Okay. Now, on the other hand, booze. Booze is the sad juice. Booze will simply accentuate whatever you're bringing to the table. So if you're feeling happy and looking to have fun, you'll have fun. You'll get silly and philosophical and you'll have fun. If you're sad, you will just go down that pit of darkness until you're bawling your eyes out. And yeah, so sometimes when things are rough and I just kind of need to get to that place that I can't quite get to sober, I'll, have a few shots just to kind of get where I need to be to have that, crying session, cry it out. But you're fine, Z. That's why THC is 75% of my body. Oh, I love you so much, Nairoshi. Booze can be goth as fuck for sure, but sometimes you need to be there. Well, yeah, and especially this booze, because it's got the bat logo, so it's the gothiest booze, because it's a bat. You know I'm right. Although I hear Kraken's really good too, and Kraken is like the Cthulhu rum. So, yeah. Gotta get some of that shit sometime. I'm so glad Parachute is working again finally. It wasn't working for so long. But, yeah, and then there's like nights like last night where I had both. And it's just this conflict of feelings, this swirling vortex of emotion. But we had a lot of fun last night. Like, it's so hilarious to me that we didn't even really do anything, but nobody gave a shit. Like, there were so many people here last night. We had like 30, 40 people in the chat most of the night. You know, people just came to, they didn't care what we were doing, they just came to hang out. And like, guys, that is so heartwarming to me. Like, that you literally, most of you literally don't care what I do. You're just here for me. You know, you're just here to hang out with me and with everybody else in the chat, you know, because I know we're all friends here. You know, it's more than just viewer streamer. It's, we're all friends, you know. And I mean, you may have all started as YouTube viewers, or just random people wandering in off of the out of the Twitch lobby to see what this weirdo's stream's all about. But you know, it's like once you're here and you come in with the right mindset. I mean, I try to create a very welcoming environment for everybody and treat everybody as equally as I can. And I just love the fact that everyone responds to that so positively. It's like, it just warms my heart. I love you guys. I love what I do, and I love that you love what I do, and that everyone just kind of shows up for it. You know, like, it literally doesn't matter what I'm doing. Everyone just shows up. Like last night, I had all these grand plans for what I was going to do. Well, not really plans, but like just kind of loose ideas of things to do. We were going to play a bunch of retro games. I installed a bunch of shit we were going to play. And we didn't end up playing anything. We just hung out all night for like 11 hours. We just hung out and had a great time. And
Analog says happy 50, by the way.
oh, thanks, Analog. I know Analog, you guys know Analog. Analog's doing a 24-hour stream right now.
I was watching it earlier.
Were you? How far into it is he?
4 hours, 4 or 5.
Oh. So he probably still has energy then. Alright, cool. Was there any reason, or you just decided on a whim to do a 24-hour stream?
I don't know. He was playing Sims, the original Sims 1.
Oh yeah, Analog's all about the old school. Like old school. Everything is like version 1 of whatever that game series is. He plays like when he plays Fallout, I play Fallout 3. He plays Fallout. Just Fallout 1, the original.
I play Fallout 76.
Really? Do we have Fallout 76?
It's the one we have on the PS4.
Well, that's Fallout 4.
Oh.
I don't have Fallout 76.
I thought you did.
No. I have Fallout 3, I have Fallout New Vegas, and I have Fallout 4. Oh, apparently they're talking about doing a sequel to Fallout New Vegas.
I have to continue my
I
Fallout
haven't
game.
played that. Yeah, Fallout's great.
And Skyrim.
And Skyrim. Yeah, well, you definitely need to continue Skyrim.
I've been playing both of them at the same time, which is not a good idea.
There was two grand sprawling RPGs that demand hundreds
Aren't they
of hours
both
of your
made
time.
by the same people?
By Bethesda, yeah.
Bethesda, yeah.
No, I remember there was I think it was in the fall sometime, there was a sale on PlayStation Network where you could get a 2-pack of both Fallout 4 and Skyrim Special
It was like $20,
Edition.
wasn't it?
It was like stupidly cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
And even though I have them both on PC, I was like, well, this would allow Rosie to play them because they'd be on console.
Apparently, I scared the shit out of Nairoshi and Cinema Mike.
Because I knew that she would really like Skyrim, because she's all about dragons and stuff. And I was like,
Oh,
well,
that's fucking awesome.
it's like, well, there's a million dragons in Skyrim. Like, you would definitely want to check that out.
The only reason I stopped playing Oblivion is because it didn't look great. Like, I also got stuck at the very first Oblivion portal and then just kind of gave up.
Really?
Yeah.
The first one's easy. It's just to give you a feel for
the
it.
The NPC was a fucking dumbass and kept dying and getting launched off the cliffs by, like, volcanic rocks, and he was never seen again. So I had to go through it all alone, having no idea what I was supposed to do.
Oh, God.
And I kept getting killed by, like, the smallest enemies.
Yeah. Well, okay, with the Oblivion Gates, the trick to that is don't just go rushing in, because as soon as you rush in, all the enemies there will see you and swarm you.
I know, I tried.
So what I would do with the Oblivion Gates is I'd inch my way in. I'd like try to just see where all the enemies were, and I'd try to get close enough in that I'd lure one of them, and then we'd gang up on that one. Like, we'd back up. Like, we'd get it enough so it's coming towards us, and then back up so that it's coming towards you. You're not going deeper into the Oblivion Gate and triggering more enemies. So basically, you just kind of try to lure each one out one at a time, and then you just gangbang them, basically. It takes a while doing it because it's more of a methodical method than going in guns blazing, as it were, but it ensures generally that you won't die as much. It also means each Oblivion Gate will take you about an hour, and there's over 100 of them. So
Nairoshi agrees with me.
Agrees with you with what? Truth. The gate structure of Oblivion was lame. Well, here was the thing. Like, you've watched me play Cyberpunk now, so you know kind of how I like to play those grand sprawling.
Who made Cyberpunk?
CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
You know how I like to play those types of games where basically I want to do everything. Give me all the things to do. I want to do them all. So, I was the same way with Skyrim, same way with Oblivion. So when I was playing Oblivion, it got to that point in the story where all the Oblivion gates open, and there's like I checked, there's literally 100 Oblivion gates. So of course you want to do the Oblivion gates because you get really good items and you can become really powerful and you get lots of XP and stuff. But you can't just rush in unless you're super powerful. But you can't just rush in guns blazing. You got to be methodical about it, which means every single Oblivion gate is going to take a minimum of an hour, which means you're looking at a minimum of 100 hours to close every single Oblivion gate, which of course me, wanting to be a completist, wanted to close them all. I think I got about 20 in and I just gave up on the game.
I feel like there's too many Oblivion gates.
There really is. There should have been like 25 or something, but 100 is just ridiculous. And it really, all it does is it pads out the running time of the game with nothing of any real substance.
Like no stories.
See, the thing about Skyrim is it has shit tons of side missions, but all of them have their own little stories. So there's at least something, beyond just fighting shit that rewards you.
You know that really interesting, you know the Harry Potter game coming out soon?
No. I don't pay much attention to Harry Potter stuff anymore because J.K. Rowling is a trash human. Anyway, you were saying?
Anyway. It's supposed to be really good. It hasn't come out yet, but it's coming out soon.
Cool.
You get to, like, make your own character and
so it's kind of the same thing with Cyberpunk, where Cyberpunk has a million side missions you can do, but all of them, even like the little cops, like stopping the crimes ones, all of them have stories to them. There's all little stories. I noticed even some of the like random crimes and assaults in progress that you stop, they have connecting stories. Like there's connecting stories between a bunch of them. Like if you do kind of a cluster in the same area, you'll notice little connections between them and stuff. So there's like way more attention to detail in that than a lot of people are giving it credit for, because they're just focusing on the glitches and whatnot, and they're not looking at the positive side of it. Like there's a lot of work put into that, and I love the fact that even the side missions have stories. Because I'm all about stories.
Ow.
Still? How's your arm still sore?
A little.
Anyway. 3. That's right. What I'm saying, the structure of the game. She is a trash human. Thanks for being you, Z. Of course. Absolutely. Let me see how we're doing here. We should be getting pretty close. I'm just going to take a look at the pork chops. Can you not fill the camera with your face, please? Thank you. I think we're done. Are you ready to eat? You want one or two?
One.
Okay.
But yeah, Bethesda is good.
Yeah, they are good. I mean, they're a little glitchy just because, I mean, when you make a game on that scale, it's almost inevitable there's going to be a few glitches here and there.
They always have like really good stories though. Like,
Oh god, yeah.
Like
So
Fallout. Good. Fallout's amazing.
Yeah.
People give some of the Fallout games shit, but like obviously every game to that scale is gonna have some crazy glitches.
Yep. It's inevitable. I mean, it's impossible to catch them all with something like that. So.
Yeah. Like the invisible dicks
one do you
in
want?
Cyberpunk. Far right.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. You hold your plate because there's no counter space.
Sorry. Like the invisible dicks in your Cyberpunk game.
The invisible dicks? I don't know if that's even a glitch. I think it might just be to make it safe kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Alright, can you set your plate down and bring my plate over?
I was also thinking like it could be your settings, like you had the 18 plus stuff set off.
I thought you were already following me. I saw you followed me.
No, I signed in with my Google account because I didn't have one signed in. So technically I just made a completely
Now can you
new
pick up
TikTok.
your plate again?
Okay.
I just want to give this a little cut and just make sure they're actually finished. So.
Are they?
Oh yeah, they're perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So now, get you some Riz. So I chopped up all the loins so I can make us lots of stuff.
That's good.
Okay.
I didn't want you to scold my hand.
Why are you scared?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, water is very good right now.
Enjoy.
I'm only drinking Coke today.
Oh, yeah. Well, Coke will dehydrate you. I actually want to drink
I
water.
went pee like 30 times today.
Well, yeah, that's because the Coke filters the water out, so you get dehydrated.
Love you.
Love you too, sweetie. You're welcome. Enjoy. Alright, actually, I guess I will put the third one on here. Just so we can have a full 3. Alright. There we go. Take a look, folks. Look at that. So we got shake and bake pork chops and a big pile of rice. Good stuff. In fact, let's just put the rest of the rice on there. There's not much left. Might as well just load up on everything. And if we want more food later, we can make more food later. We got all the pork chops ready to go, so now we can make them however the fuck we want. We can do shake and bake, we can pan fry them, whatever we want. If I choose to make food later, I'll probably just pan fry them in that case. Just do like 2 or 3, and then make another side dish, maybe like hash browns or something on the side. So what I love about it is basically you're just kind of assembling your meal with what you have. You just kind of want to make sure that you got everything sorted. Fallout New Vegas is probably my 4 or 5 favorite game of all time. Really. Glitches can be fun, like the Giants in Skyrim that can club you into orbit. That happened to me. That happened to me. There is a clip of that. That happened in Spider-Man too. Did you see the Spider-Man clip? I got sent into orbit by somebody. It was hilarious. Z needs a world's greatest dad coffee mug. Aww. Thank you so much, Nairoshi. You're so sweet. I don't deserve you. But, alright, so we got our booze, we got our food. Let's go back to the control center and stuff our faces, shall we? Let me bring you guys back first, so we'll be all prepared. We'll do the overhead view. People seem to like the overhead view for the food, so I'll just get my Kleenex out of the way. That's lovely and appetizing. I'll bring this over to the pillbox. All of these we don't need right now, so... Alrighty. Got our booze. Just move this out of the way. Got our foods. Look at that. Excellent. Tripod. Very good. So yeah, so that was just all in the toaster oven and on the stove top. It's good stuff. Grab a little bit of rice here. And we'll go back to our sexy mic. Hi there. How's it going? And that's just the thing I say. I really mean that. From the shit I had to go through as a kid, I would have killed for a role model like you. Okay, I'm officially high. Oh, Nairoshi. That's so sweet. It's funny because I have trolls in here saying, like, looking at what I do for a living and saying, what kind of example are you setting for my daughter? It's like, well, I'll have you know, I'm actually going out of my way to set a really good example. What a concept. I'm sorry that you don't understand what I do for a living. That's your problem, not mine. And if anything, I think it sets a great example because it says to her, hey, you can do whatever you want with your life. That's up to you. Well, I've had some very, like, nasty, judgmental trolls. Some of which, like, tracked me down to harass me in my private email. Like, fuck off. Yeah, these turned out pretty good. They're almost overdone, actually. I could have probably put them in a little less time, but that's all right. Important thing was leaving that layer of fat on, right? Keep all that delicious, juicy flavor. Oh, thank you so much, Mike. I mean, Twitch chat can be horrid. I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, yeah, no, it's been... Well, not just on Twitch. Twitch and YouTube. Before I even started on Twitch, there was a couple people just took it upon themselves to find out what my personal email address is and send me these emails chastising me for my life choices. Like, wow, fuck off. How about you just focus on your life and not worry about what I do with mine, which should have no effect on you whatsoever, because it's my life, not yours. I mean, unless I see someone hurting themselves, kind of feel inclined to say something. If it's just folks living their life, and their life is different from mine, hey, cool, you do you. I don't care. It's only if there is harm being done that I would ever feel inclined to say or do anything. But if there's no harm, then carry on. Just because it's not my lifestyle choice doesn't make it wrong. And people are getting on my case about being a collector or whatever. So why don't you do something really worthwhile, like get in shape and go rock climbing and stuff? Because that's not my thing. That's your thing. If that brings you joy, do that. Your joy isn't better or worse than mine. It is simply what your joy is. For me, my joy is in collecting things. I'm sorry you can't understand that. You know? Allow people their joy. If they're not hurting anybody and not hurting themselves, it's none of your fucking business. You know? I mean, I've seen a number of situations where I've been felt like saying something, but it's like, you know what? There's no point. Just keep it to yourself. And this channel is very glad that you found this channel too, Neiroshi. That means me. I am this channel. It's always a pleasure when you're here. Then as soon as you leave, we all sink into the cesspool of despair and misery. Neiroshi's joy is gone. As soon as Neiroshi leaves, we all start crying. Inconsolably. For hours. Until half the chat has cried themselves to sleep, and I'm just like staring at the wall, so lost. And despondent. Oh yeah, so have I, Cinema Mike, and it's like, okay, how is what I'm doing as a hobby affecting you? In any way, shape, or form? Why does it matter to you? I'm not hurting anybody. I'm paying my bills. I'm paying my taxes. It's none of your fucking business what I spend my money on. It's my life, not yours. I don't get on your case for not collecting enough. You know? Like people get on my case for smoking or drinking. It's like, it's my vices. Mine. My life. My body. Fuck you. But you'll be so healthier and you'll save money. Yeah, I am well aware of all of that. I don't need to point it out to me. You're not helping. You're not encouraging me to quit. In fact, if anything, you're making me want to smoke more in defiance of your, like, judgmental bullshit. Yeah, like, can you tell I've had to deal with that a few times? Yeah, too many people think their choices should be everybody's choices. Yeah, it's like, great. I'm glad that works for you. I'm glad that that was a thing that you did that made your life better. I am not you. You know? Nobody is you except you. Oh, they honestly, like, the majority of them are. I mean, you've seen how I deal with trolls here, quickly and efficiently. They have no power here, not anymore. Not for a long time. We'll play with our food a little bit sometimes before we destroy them, but no, for the most part, we just remove them quietly. Smile and move on, exactly. Hey, Legally Blind Gamer, how's it going, dude? So for those of you who just walked in, we got the dono goal up to 75% yesterday. Right there. Right there. We're hoping to hit 100 before the weekend's out. So anything you can contribute is appreciated. It all adds up. No amount too big, no amount too small. Doesn't matter. As long as that number hits 100, I don't care how we got there. If you contributed $1 or $100, it is all equally appreciated. So we got really close yesterday. We're still a little bit short. Like I said, that dono goal is no joke. That's literally how much I need to survive in a month. If it comes in under, then that means I'm making a compromise somewhere. Usually letting utility bills slide. I can't let them slide anymore. I let them slide last month. I gotta start paying money on them. Murder in Small Town X. Alright, cool. I've just been watching more Punisher, trying to get the season finished up. I'm still on episode 9, but a little farther into it. Yeah. You know that one, I'm guessing, Neiroshi? Oh, Daredevil adjacent? What? Oh, Daredevil adjacent. Yeah, because, well, Punisher especially. I mean, Daredevil season 2 is basically Punisher season 0. You know, I keep saying this. If you're gonna watch Punisher, make sure you watch Daredevil. Very heavy connection, at least for the first little bit. Oh. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta show you. Hold on. Where is it? Here, we'll go here. There's no sound, but me, Lord, if you get me out of this mess, I promise I'll never do it again. Also me. All right, here we go. Watch. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Woohoo! I'm free. Thwomp. Like, really? You stupid sheep. Oh my god. Even for a sheep. That is dumb. I know, right? Likes being in tight spaces. Well, don't we all? Anyway, Daredevil show is my favorite superhero show movie adaptation of all time. I've said as much before. Yes, I know. Anytime it's even peripherally mentioned, you lose your mind. And it's equally adorable every single time. It never becomes less so. So, I don't know. I should be getting some birthday money, I think, but I don't know when. Mom said that she sent some stuff out, so hopefully it'll arrive soon. It doesn't have that far to go, so she's just the next province over, so. It is fucking amazing. I was hooked pretty much right away. I just thought they did a great job of it with Daredevil. And I mean, Ben Affleck was perfect casting, and sorry, I couldn't resist. Dude, to be fair, you find the Care Bears crazy intense. You're very, like, you get so into whatever it is you're watching. It's like you're there. You're in the moment. You're in the zone. I mean, let's be honest here. Everything is intense. Legally Blind Gamer does not do anything halfway, folks. Whatever it is, he's going all in. Every time. Without exception. See, that's the best time to watch things like that, is when you're all alone. In the dark. So Murder and So it's like a reality show. Interesting. Might have to check that out. Sounds like fun. There's something kind of similar to that I saw called The Colony, where it was basically this post-apocalyptic scenario that everybody was put into, and they had to survive for, like, I don't know, a few months or something. And there would be people that would show up occasionally who were infected. So if they touched you, then you would be infected too, and then you would be eliminated. So it was always intense whenever people who were outside of the group would just show up, because you didn't know. Are they there to fuck with things, or are they there? Are they infected? Like, what's the deal? So there was a lot of interesting dynamics to that. It only ran 2 seasons, but I really enjoyed it. Whole show's available on YouTube. Okay, cool. Well, that's definitely convenient. How long did it run? I've heard of it before. Like, I recognize the title, but I never saw. I never saw it. I wonder how long ago. I'm guessing it was a while ago if it was one of your first experiences with horror. Care Bears are creepy as fuck. Care Bear countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh, Nairoshi, I could never be mad at you. Not really. Maybe pretend mad to be silly, but not real mad. It takes a lot for me to get real mad at somebody, honestly. I've very much mellowed with age. Oh, there are times when I'll snap at people if I'm, like, on edge or whatever, but I won't, like, stay mad. It's not like, you know. I will also go smoke after this. And then we'll get into some Cyberpunk. 1 season of 8 episodes. Well, damn, that's not very long. Don't you start, Raptor. You do not want to go down that rabbit hole. No, please don't. Well, first off, yeah. Wasn't even The Last Stand. They did like 10 more movies after. Liars. Oh, we lost our lights. Fine. I'm fine. Don't worry. I'll live. Well, this is not a very good... Oh, it's a flattering angle for me in that it hides the double chins a bit. However, you can't see the cool lighting. So we're going to forego my personal vanity here and get you in a better position to enjoy the cool lights. There. See? And I'm just as sexy from this angle. Ow. I don't believe in hiding who I am with sneaky angles. Oh, I see when you're using the MySpace angles. I know you're hiding something. I know. Don't try to pull that on me. Boop-a-da-boo-ba-da-boo-ba-da-boo. Alright. Just gonna go from my smoke and then we'll get into some gaming. Get into some Neil Gaiman. Yeah, see, that looks much prettier than just looking at my ugly mug with some disparate lighting on the shelves.